Pastor Tony Evans has long been a pillar of strength and hope for his community, leading his congregation with a steadfast faith and unwavering dedication to God's Word. However, the tragic loss of his first wife dealt a devastating blow to his heart and his ministry. Not long after her death, Tony remarried, and with this decision came an unexpected behavior that caused him to pass a heartbreaking news to his community, which made everyone in tears. Join us as we expose the nature of this news, which currently threatens to destroy everything Tony had worked so hard to build. Pastor Tony's life has been one of great moral lessons, but would you believe that there is more to his personal life, which was not made public? Grab your cup of coffee, let's dive into this. Pastor Tony is popular for his powerful speeches and moral leadership, but right now, he is facing a trying moment in his life, characterized by his recent union with Carla and the surprising accusations that have rocked his work. There is much to know concerning his life, which ties around controversies and potential future advancements. Tony Evans, a renowned preacher, has been a significant force in educating people about spiritual matters and the values of living a morally upright life. He is the pastor of Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship, a sizable church in Dallas, Texas, where every week, tens of thousands come to hear his messages on faith and scripture. Apart from his pastoral responsibilities, Tony Evans has written many books intended to help people live according to divine standards. He also delivers his insights via radio broadcasts, so that even those who can't make it to his church can still gain from his messages. Due to these endeavors, Tony Evans has received global acknowledgement, especially among Christian circles beyond his own church. His dedication to living ethically contributes greatly to the high level of admiration and respect he receives. Many of his followers are in agreement with his frequent emphasis on following biblical principles and making moral decisions. His commitment to practicing what he preaches has made him a well-regarded and reliable figure in the religious community. As the saying goes, behind every successful man, there's a woman. So was it in the life of Tony. Lois Evans was Tony Evans' first spouse, and she had a major impact on his life, acting as both his wife and partner in his church activities. She made significant contributions and actively participated in church activities. Lois was highly respected by the congregation for her compassion, resilience, and readiness to help others, contributing to a welcoming atmosphere at Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship where people could grow in their faith and find encouragement. Her important role in working together with Tony was significant, and the church community highly respected her for the positive influence she had on numerous lives. Tragically, Lois died in 2019, after a long fight with cancer, causing Tony and their family to feel deep sorrow. The church members were also profoundly affected by her absence. The lasting impact she left remains evident, marked by the compassion, generosity, and resilience she showed during her lifetime. Her impact on the growth of Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship is frequently remembered by those who were acquainted with her. Lois and Tony brought up 4 children together, teaching them the importance of faith and serving others, values that were fundamental to their lives. Tony has often stated that he would not have been able to achieve his accomplishments without Lois's help. Even though she is not present, Tony feels her love and support in his continuous efforts. Tony Evans has spent his entire life committed to serving God and helping others live virtuously, becoming a significant leader in the Christian community alongside his wife, Lois. Many people still look for his advice, motivated by his dedication to following God's teachings. However, Lois's passing started a chain of events that would challenge Tony Evans's steadfast public image. Carla Crummey's public presence began with her marriage to Pastor Tony Evans. She is known for being a charismatic and caring person. Before marrying Tony, Carla was highly regarded for her work as a teacher, receiving praise for her efforts to better the world and her passion for nurturing children's growth and education. Moreover, she also served as the kindness ambassador, promoting love, kindness, and respect among people. Many were fond of her due to her pleasant attitude and love for learning. After marrying Tony Evans, Carla's popularity among the public increased significantly. 4. Tony Evans had a widely recognized and enduring relationship with his first wife, Lois Evans, that was highly respected among the church community. As a result, Carla's arrival in Tony's life attracted a lot of interest, with many seeing her as a symbol of new beginnings for him following his significant loss. Although some church circles and media outlets first doubted Carla's role, many people welcomed her presence and appreciated her support of Tony's pastoral duties. There was a lot of doubt among the community about how they felt about Tony's new relationship, as some thought it might be too soon for him to get married again after Lois's death. Strong opinions on this subject sparked conversations inside and outside of the church. Certain people believed Tony should be happy again after losing Lois, while others argued he had moved on too fast. When a marriage is announced, it is common for rumors and speculation to start spreading. Some people in the community doubted Carla's involvement in Tony's life, wondering if their relationship had been going on for a longer time than they publicly admitted. While the accuracy of these suspicions was uncertain, the inclination to gossip in such circumstances was clear. Despite being known for her kindness and compassion, there was still uncertainty within the church about Carla's role in Tony's life and mission. Nevertheless, over time, more people started to accept Carla as Tony's new wife and as a supportive presence as he entered a new phase of life. At first, there were doubts about Carla's feelings, but she always showed her love and dedication to Tony and his projects. Over time, the community acknowledged her role as an educator and champion for empathy, using her influence to spread messages of love, respect, and empathy. But as time went on, something happened. And the sad thing is that it's currently threatening Tony's credibility in the public. Not quite long, Tony Evans shocked his congregation with a recent surprising announcement. This happened while conducting a service. He unexpectedly announced his resignation as pastor, catching many off guard due to his lengthy time serving at the church. This surprising statement sparked inquiries from his supporters, especially concerning the potential consequences of past wrongdoings or transgressions that he hinted at but did not elaborate on. As people speculated, certain members of the congregation started linking his statement to his recent marriage to Carla Crummy, a subject of conversation ever since they got married. His abrupt exit caused more attention to be placed on their relationship, raising doubts about his level of honesty regarding their history. Before getting married, there were rumors of a deeper connection between them than they admitted publicly, and these speculations came up again after his recent announcement. As a result, a lot of people started to question whether his resignation was a subtle admission of lingering issues from his past, prompting the congregation to reflect on the hidden reasons behind his choice. Tony's declaration sparked considerable curiosity, with many people being especially fascinated by the unclear details of his exit. Speculation emerged on Tony's motives after he resigned. Some believed he stepped down to avoid more scrutiny, while others theorized hidden truths could still be present. The uncertainty of the situation led to widespread speculation, raising suspicions about whether Tony and Carla had been hiding something. Some members in the group felt comforted by Tony's words after having had doubts before. For a while, they had a strong feeling that Tony and Carla's relationship was more complicated than it seemed, and his departure confirmed their suspicions. On the other hand, some people stayed bewildered, unsure of the truthfulness of the stories, and this makes everyone wonder about the exact nature of the wrongdoings. While Pastor Tony talked about a previous error, purposely leaving out the details, an unexpected situation arises. And no one is to be blamed because this exclusion sparks the interest of the viewers, causing them to ponder on the type of wrongdoing he committed. Some people wonder if his error is connected to his recently acquired spouse, Carla, who came into his life after his first wife, Lois, passed away. The speed of their relationship has sparked gossip, leading to speculation about the possible consequences of their actions. The uncertainty about Tony's comments heightens the speculation, as he chooses not to give more information. Responses differ greatly. A few people see the error as insignificant, while others believe it could be more severe. Due to the lack of clarity, there are various interpretations, as many try to figure out the sin's nature. Because of Carla's important position in Tony's life, certain members of the congregation are worried about their relationship right from the start. The church community has a variety of reactions. 4. Numerous people are surprised that Tony, a well-established and esteemed leader, would publicly admit to a previous transgression. Others are confused, having difficulty understanding the consequences of his confession. In the end, the congregation is left curious about Tony's decision to bring up the subject without providing more details. People who had been his loyal followers had relied on him and closely listened to what he said. As a result of the news, they became confused and had difficulty understanding the situation without more information. Tony's announcement ignited further conversation among the audience, fueled by the mysterious quality of the information. Numerous people theorized that the sin mentioned could be linked to their personal history or previous occurrences from a distant time. It was speculated that it might have some connection to his profession as a preacher or his bond with Carla. The absence of specific details made it difficult to determine the truth, resulting in different understandings within the group. Discussions persisted both in person and on the internet, as each person developed their own interpretations of Tony's suggestions. The lack of information led to a lot of worry, as people had to make assumptions due to the uncertainty. In such situations, rumors and speculations have a tendency to spread rapidly. The seriousness of the situation seemed to increase, mainly because of the uncertainty in Tony's statements. It was clear that the community was keen to discover the truth, but they were left with only uncertainties. As the church members contemplated Evans' comments, focus turned to Carla and how her presence has affected Pastor Tony's ministry and life. When Tony's first wife passed away, Carla came into his life. Before then, Lois was held in high esteem by the church community, which increased excitement for the wedding of Carla and Tony, especially considering Tony's importance within the congregation. This sparked rumors about Carla's role in a previous wrongdoing that Tony had admitted to, although the details of this offense are still unknown. The unclear form of Tony's statement led to different interpretations regarding Carla's possible involvement in the issue. Some people believe that Carla might have impacted Tony in unexpected ways, implying that their connection before getting married may have been stronger than publicly recognized, or that there were other hidden factors involved. Due to the absence of conclusive details, rumors about Carla have increased, especially after Tony's departure from the church. Carla might have had a greater impact on Tony's decision-making than people usually think. Some people believe that her presence may have influenced Tony's decisions due to her recent introduction to both the church and his life, leading to a possible connection with Tony's comments. People tend to closely examine individuals in leading roles, including Tony Evans, especially when he openly talks about his faults. The interaction between Carla and Tony has led to questions about whether her impact played a role in his choice to step down. While this speculation flies around, people back it up with the fact that marriage is a collaboration, and Tony may have thought about his past because of their strong bond. There are different perspectives on the situation. Some believe Carla's knowledge of Tony's past may have prompted him to be more open. Furthermore, inquiries are raised concerning the consequences of their companionship in connection to the wrongdoings Tony often brought up. The church community is still trying to understand the reasons behind Tony's important choice to resign. Public opinion is highly interested when a prominent figure such as Tony Evans is mentioned, with some arguing that Carla is not to blame for the sins Tony mentioned, while others believe her role in the story is more important than most people realize. Currently, these ideas are still based on speculation, but it is clear that Carla's role in Tony's life has become a central point of interest in this developing narrative, which has caused a lot of unexpected reactions. Members of the religious community were surprised by Pastor Tony Evans' sudden confession about a previous wrongdoing. The church atmosphere was filled with disbelief as members heard their pastor openly acknowledge his past wrongdoings without going into detail. This surprising disclosure took many by surprise, causing a large part of the audience to feel confused and worried. Being seen as a strong leader in the past, Tony's confession led some guests to wonder about the consequences of his revelation. At this moment, they were left wanting clarity. 4. As Tony only provided unclear details, the incident quickly spread beyond the church, catching the eye of religious media outlets that covered the developing situation. These platforms, in addition to secular news outlets, shared the story extensively, sparking a significant amount of public discussion about Tony Evans and his contentious remark. Different reactions were seen among supporters. Some commended his honesty and humility in addressing his past, while others faulted him for lacking comprehensive details. Critics doubted the timing of his admission, questioning why he chose to reveal the information while still in a prominent leadership role. Many were left contemplating Tony's future role in the church due to this uncertainty. Will this have an effect on the church? Let's find out. Tony Evans has been a well-known presence in Christian circles for a long time, and his influence has greatly affected the lives of many people around the world. His writings, speeches, and guidance at Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship have created a lasting impact. What everyone is so curious to know is the fate of this service following his recent choice to resign. The exit of an influential leader from the community can often result in uncertainty, a circumstance that is especially important for Tony Evans' extensive and important mission. His departure impacts both himself and his supporters, as well as the direction of his projects. Under Evans' leadership, Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship has transformed into a significant spiritual center, with its goals, purposes, and values strongly impacted by his direction. As a result, his leaving leaves a notable emptiness. The current concern is whether the church will see new leadership coming forward or if a total restructuring of the church's operational system will occur. Members of the congregation might have difficulty adjusting to a new preacher or leadership style, particularly if they were used to Tony's unique way of teaching and leading. The church members might feel unsure about the future path without their usual leader in charge. Tony Evans' recent marriage to Carla Crummy could have a major impact on the church's future direction. Carla is already known for her skills in teaching and her display of kindness. Nevertheless, after Tony stepped down, there are uncertainties about Carla's potential increased participation in church events. With her experience, she has the ability to bring new viewpoints and revitalized energy to Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. However, there could be opposition to her taking on a more significant position, especially considering recent reports about their marriage. Some individuals in the group may show doubt or hesitation about Carla's growing participation. As the church moves forward, it will encounter important choices ahead. Although Tony Evans has built a strong church community, difficulties can still emerge. The church's future is uncertain without his leadership, and significant outcomes will be determined by decisions in the upcoming months. During periods of unpredictability, cohesive groups frequently find ways to come together, providing a chance for the church to showcase its belief and strength. It is not only the church that deserves a chance, Pastor Tony also deserves one. Will he still be able to face the public after this scrutiny? Keep watching to know. Many people are wondering if Tony Evans can recover from the recent setback in the public eye. His professional life has been primarily based on beliefs in faith, hope, and forgiveness, and his supporters have always looked to him for advice on spiritual issues. Currently, they want to see if he can regain the trust of both the church and the wider Christian community. Although many Christians have faith in his potential for redemption and see a way forward for him, the road ahead is expected to be full of challenges. Dealing with public disputes can cause a lot of emotional pain, and it can be a long and difficult process to heal, especially when trust has been broken. In order to start repairing relationships, Tony Evans will probably need to be more open and honest about the current problems. Being transparent and truthful is necessary in order to rebuild the trust of his followers. Several people are eagerly waiting for more details about the offense he mentioned in his resignation, as the current uncertainty might continue spreading false information and harm his image even more. Once he opens up, it may reduce speculation and help to improve his reputation. Furthermore, he might need to set aside time for reflection and spiritual growth as essential parts of his healing process. Taking a break from the public eye has been advantageous for many leaders caught in scandals, aiding them in their journey back to faith and self-improvement. In addition, he could receive encouragement from close friends, religious guides, and relatives, with his spouse Carla possibly being a key player in his process of change. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.